Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel At Home with Shell. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you 4 slow cooker recipe ideas that are low in calorie, slim and world friendly, and something that the whole family will enjoy. So I'll be sharing a slow cooked chicken and chorizo paella, a vegetable lasagna, a Moroccan lamb dish, and a classic beef stew. If you are new to my channel, then hi, my name is Michelle and I do make quite a lot of foodie content. I really enjoy cooking, but what I really enjoy is making meals that are super easy and that the whole family will eat and that are also really good for me. So I really hope that you do enjoy this video, and if you are new to my channel, then I would love for you to consider subscribing. So like I do with most of my cooking videos, I will tell you all of the ingredients that you need to make the dinners and then show you the method how to make it. To make things easier, if you do want to buy the ingredients, then I will put a list in the description box down below. So if you do want to just copy that or print it off and take it shopping with you, then you'll have that too. And if you do make any of the slow cooker meals from this video, then please let me know in the comments down below. I'm always really interested if people do make anything, then what they actually think of my meals. So let's get into sharing the first meal with you. The first meal is a chicken and chorizo paella. So these are all the ingredients that you will need to make the paella. So here you will need around 3 to 4 chicken breasts depending on their size, basically a packet of chicken breasts which I've just cubed. 300 grams of paella rice, or you can also use risotto rice or arborio rice. The paella rice has basically just got slightly smaller grains. Later on you will need around 150 grams of garden peas. Then you will need 1 onion which I have finely diced, then 1 pepper again which I've diced, and 100 grams of spicy chorizo, 2 garlic cubes, and then 1 tin of tomatoes, 400 ml of stock which I've just made from 1 chicken stock cube and water, and then you'll need a pinch of saffron, and then lastly 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. So start off by adding the diced onions, peppers, chorizo, chicken breasts, paella rice, tinned tomatoes, a pinch of saffron, and around 1 teaspoon of paprika, 2 crushed garlic cloves, and 400 ml of stock. So add all of that to the slow cooker and give it a really good stir. Then you want to cook it on a low heat for around 2.5 hours. After a couple of hours, the water should all be absorbed and the rice cooked. If it does feel a little stodgy, then add a little more water before adding 150 grams of peas for another 15 minutes. And then it's ready to serve. And I would just serve this with a simple side salad, or you can just serve it on its own with a wedge of lemon. The second meal that I'll be sharing with you is a vegetable lasagna. Now I had actually never made a lasagna in a slow cooker before, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was actually incredible and super easy to make. It does take a little bit more prep, but only probably around 5 minutes or so, but honestly well worth it, and the flavours were incredible. These are all of the ingredients that you will need to make your slow cooked vegetable lasagna, so I will go through them now. So you will need 2 onions, 3 garlic cloves, 2 peppers. You can use whichever colours that you've got. I'm just using 1 yellow and 1 orange, some fresh basil, a tin of chopped tomatoes, 2 courgettes, 1 aubergine, some lasagna sheets. I'm just using the dried lasagna sheets. You can also use fresh, but I actually think the dried ones work better, and you will need 6 of these. You will then need 2 teaspoons of bouillon powder, some tomato puree, and lastly some reduced fat mozzarella cheese to go on top. You will need to make this sauce first before putting it into the slow cooker, but it only takes around 10 minutes and then the rest of it is done in there. So you want to start off by frying 2 diced onions and 2 crushed garlic cloves for around 5 to 6 minutes until nicely softened. Then add in 2 sliced courgettes, 2 diced peppers, 1 tin of tomatoes,
2 teaspoons of bouillon powder, around 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, season with a little bit of salt and pepper and add a few chopped fresh basil leaves. Give it a really good stir and cook over a low heat for around 5 minutes. Now at this point, don't be tempted to add more water if it feels like there's not enough sauce, because the veg itself will actually continue to release moisture throughout cooking.
After a couple of minutes, you'll have this really nice, oozy ratatouille style sauce. If I was making this on a weekday, then I would probably make all of this the evening before, and then this is just ready to be put in the slow cooker. Next, you want to get your aubergine and thinly slice it like so, and then you want to start to layer these up on the bottom. So just put a thin layer of the aubergines on the bottom of the slow cooker. Then on top of that, you want to put one of the lasagna sheets. These don't fit in very well, so you might have to halve them. You want to add around a third of your ratatouille mixture. Once that layer is covered, you then want to basically layer it up like a lasagna, so add in some more aubergine. You can overlap them, it doesn't really matter. Then if you've got some more aubergine left over, then just pile them on top of the lasagna sheets too. Then you just want to pour over your ratatouille mixture. Cook this on high for around 3 hours or on low for 6 hours. So after about 3 hours, the pasta should be cooked through. So you can see here it goes quite liquidy. So you just want to basically put a knife in just to make sure the pasta's nice and soft, which it is. Then the last thing you want to do is just grab your mozzarella ball and just basically put it over the top and just leave it to cook uncovered for around 10 minutes.
This veggie lasagna is honestly delicious and perfect served with a simple rocket salad or maybe some bread as a bit of a treat to mop up all that delicious veggie sauce.
Next is a slow cooked lamb dish, which is super easy to make and requires a handful of ingredients. So this is literally everything that you will need to make this slow cooker meal. You will need a pack of diced leg of lamb, a tin of chopped tomatoes, some harissa paste. You can buy this in most supermarkets and it is fantastic stuff. A tin of chickpeas, a couple of shallots or small onions, maybe just use half an onion, and lastly either some rice or couscous to serve it with. So all I've done is dice the shallot and then add that into the slow cooker, add in the lamb. If you're cooking this for 4 people, I'd probably use a couple of packs of lamb, to be honest. Then you want to add in probably at least 2, maybe 2.5 teaspoons of the harissa paste, just depending on how spicy that you actually like it. Give that a little bit of a stir around just to spread the harissa. This stuff smells incredible. Season with some salt and pepper. And then add in a tin of tomatoes. So I've actually got plum tomatoes here. I didn't realise I got out the wrong ones, but in all honesty it doesn't really matter. So give that a bit of a stir together, just like so. You don't need any extra liquid or anything in there. So just leave that and then you'll add the chickpeas later. But for now you just want to leave that, put the lid on and cook it on a low heat for around 6 to 8 hours or on a high heat for around 4 to 5 hours. So after a few hours, the lamb should be lovely, and basically the lamb will just kind of fall apart. And then for around the last probably 15 minutes of cooking, then you just want to add in the drained tin of chickpeas. So just add that in and then stir it through like so. They'll probably just take around 15 minutes, half an hour to heat through. So in the meantime, I'm just going to put some rice on to serve it with. And lastly is a slow cooked beef stew. I couldn't make a slow cooker video without showing you how I make my casserole. I fill it with loads of veggies, so I hope you enjoyed this version too.
My partner actually prepared this one, so it's not my hand pointing, it's his. So you will need 1 chopped onion, 4 crushed garlic cloves, 3 bay leaves, 4 celery sticks sliced, 3 large carrots chopped, 1 tablespoon of tomato puree, 1 tablespoon of chopped rosemary and a couple of sprigs too, 1 rich beef stock pot, 750ml of stock made from 1 stock cube, and 600 grams of lean diced beef. The thing that I love most about this stew is just how easy it is to make, as you literally put all of your prepared ingredients into the slow cooker and then cook that on a low heat for around 6 to 8 hours, or on a high heat for 4 to 5 hours. So 7 hours later, I'm home from work to a delicious stew, and the beef literally melts in your mouth. So I would just serve this with some mashed potato and some seasonal greens on the side.
So that's the 4 meals that I wanted to share with you. I hope that you enjoyed this video and it's given you some inspiration of dinners that you can make in your slow cooker. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you are new, then I would love for you to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!